Hey, we're
One Call, and you're watching ClevverTV.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to ClevverTV. I'm Dana Ward with Jocelyn Davis.
Hello.
And we are chilling with the guys of One Call over here.
Hello. How's it going?
Hey, we want you guys to introduce yourselves to our viewers.
Sure.
I'm Justin.
I'm Jose. I'm Chris.
I'm AG.
And we're One Call.
I love it. Like they've done that before.
We're One Call.
We already have the sign down.
That actually worked out pretty well. We never changed it.
So okay, how did One Call come about? Because I know that you all received one call. Tell us actually how everything got started.
Well, we got one call from Johnny Wright, which is our manager, but really we like to think that we have one calling in life, which is to do music and perform. So it's a deeper meaning.
Okay, I see.
We like it better.
You guys are from all over the place. We've got New York, Seattle, LA, and Puerto Rico, right?
Yes.
Puerto Rico.
All four corners.
No way.
How did Johnny find you guys in the first place? Were you all doing music on your own?
Well, he actually picked us all up from adoption agency.
He got a bred, a band. We were like raised to be this way.
No, Chris and Jose were in previous groups, and Justin was in a previous group, and you know, it was a rough time for like groups in that type of music genre, and the groups ended up breaking up, and Johnny gave each one of us a call, and I was working with Johnny's partner, Kenneth Creer, and he kind of hand-selected each of us and had this idea of this group, and he gave us each one call, and we all came together, and it just kind of worked. Yeah. We meshed.
Now for our viewers who are watching that aren't familiar, Johnny Wright, I mean, as far as groups go, he's kind of a big deal. Responsible for groups like NSYNC.
Yeah.
Small names.
Jonas Brothers. I mean,
little known groups like that.
Britney Spears.
So what's it like to be working with someone on that caliber? I mean,
it's
exciting.
Crazy. He has story time that he likes to get into.
Do tell.
He tells
please.
you his little stories, and they're really great stories, like about like when the Backstreet Boys were in Germany and all these kind of stories, and it's awesome. So it's like having the guy that was there for everything give you all the insight you could ever like need and want. That's the coolest part, and he knows what he's talking about. So it's like if you have an idea and he says no to it, you could try like saying, "Well, I really think," and he'll be like, "Really?" And if he doesn't do that, he could be like, "Really?" And you're like, "Yeah, you're right." Like,
you are Johnny Wright.
Yeah. So it's like, but it's cool having that person there that knows what they're doing. You know?
Exactly.
That's the coolest part.
And you guys have trained at a compound. Tell us a little bit about this. You were
Where
telling me
is
about
it
earlier.
and stuff?
The compound's in Orlando, Florida. Johnny basically had this idea. He was like, okay, this is where I'm going to adopt all the babies to make a band. No, he kind of took this house and he built on like some more stuff to it. I think in 1999, he put NSYNC in there, Backstreet Boys, and put like a lot of his artists there to develop. And he has a recording studio, a rehearsal studio, and you know, just an arcade and a theater and a pool and stuff. You know, just for stuff on the side. You know,
Can we go to summer camp there?
Seriously.
It is like summer camp.
And kind of he put us there. He was like, all right, guys, this is your turn. Now you're going to develop, and we're going to make you into a superstar band. So that's kind of what we're working towards.
I want to know what it was like day one. I'm assuming you arrive at the compound, and it's like the first day of college, like moving into the dorms, and you're like, hi, I'm in the band with you.
Right.
Like, how did you guys mesh when it all first started?
Well, like, I was in a previous group, and they were in a previous group, like he was saying.
Okay.
And we used to tour together. Like, we were on the same tour. So we always hung out. We already knew each other. And I knew him because he was friends with one of my friends, too. So he used to come to some of our rehearsals and hang out. And so it was kind of like we already knew each other. So it was just like meshing as a group, but it was really just like friends anyways. So it was cool.
Oh my gosh.
How would you guys describe your sound?
It's pop. It's definitely straight up pop, but it has kind of like an edge to it. We like to make it our own. We don't go for the cliche pop sound that other bands would do back in the day or even nowadays. Not that I'm criticizing everybody.
Right. That's something that's really cool about you guys that you don't get a lot in the pop world. And dude, I love pop music, don't get me wrong, but you actually produce and write some of your own music. So how did you kind of get into that? And was it something that you always wanted to do?
It was like a spontaneous thing. I remember he was making a track. It wasn't even for BlackLight. He was making a track, and I sat down and I wrote a melody to it. And all of a sudden we showed it to Johnny. Johnny was like, well, go into the studio. And that's how we just started writing and producing all our own stuff.
Wow.
So
And he knows what he's talking about. You already said it. So
He was like, when he said, he was like, I have certain feelings about certain songs, and he goes, I got a feeling about this one. He's like,
Yeah.
go in the studio and record it. And so we were supposed to do one song, and we did like 20.
That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Also, you know, you get together, you go to the compound, everything's great, and then your first show is for someone, I don't know if you've ever heard of her, it's Britney Spears.
Britney Spears?
Have you heard
Madison Square Garden?
Britney.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was incredible. It was 3 nights in a row at Madison Square Garden. So by the third night, we're like, all right, we got this. Let's just go. No, it was every night was amazing, and it was like when we the first night we like rose up from the center of the stage, and we didn't know we were gonna do that until the day up, and then all you see is just lights everywhere and pictures being
Flashing
taken, and
lights.
it's like. Like you can see, we have video of the first night. I'm sitting there, our heads are supposed to be down, right? And all of a sudden,
You see all of us like this.
And I just start smiling. I got like the biggest smile on my face, and it was like such the cheesiest moment, but it was so cool.
It was funny because it's supposed to be like an emotional, like very deep song, and all of us are like on like our chairs, like kind of like
cheesing out big time.
Yeah.
Were you guys like majorly nervous for that performance?
I mean, freaking Madison Square Garden and Britney Spears just
pumped.
both together. I mean, it was really unexpected. It was a surprise to us when we were told about it. So, I mean, Jose kind of fell on the floor when we heard about it.
I mean.
And we kind of passed out a little bit. But then when we finally got on stage, we were a little nervous, but we were ready for it. And what was great was that you couldn't really see the faces of the people in the crowd. So it was just kind of like rehearsal, you know,
Yeah, I mean, I think we get a little bit more nervous when it's more of an intimate show that you're
Yeah.
so up close with the people. But it was a little far away, but it was definitely the most exciting show we've ever done.
By far.
And one thing I gotta bring up, I'm sure you noticed this too, Jocelyn, you guys each have your own individual fashion, which is nice.
Yeah.
But you're a group, so it has to kind of go, what's your philosophy on this?
We all just kind of get up and throw whatever like we want to on.
No.
Like,
No, we
what are
really
you
do. We
wearing
really
today?
do.
Okay,
And
let's go
then
with that.
sometimes, you know, like sometimes Justin will come into my room, I'll go into his room, and he'll be like, "What are you wearing?" And I'll be like, "Oh." Then I'll have to go back and change something, and it just kind of works out.
Because you don't want to clash.
Or
I
be
mean,
twins.
I mean, none of
Right.
us really
Yeah,
wear
right.
like super bright colors, and it's like one of us isn't gonna dress in like all black, and then someone come out in like pink and lime green. It's like never like
Yeah,
that.
it's
So,
never
happened.
so for the most part, it kind of just goes together. We all
If
kind
we
of
could,
shop
we'd
around
probably
each
wear
other's
black
style.
every day, but it's probably too
Not black, but just like regular,
Darker,
darker
dark.
colors.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
I like it, and the girls are probably going crazy for you guys. So tell me any crazy stories with the female fans yet?
We have some. We probably should like tell.
No.
I mean, we can tell them. But
That good?
We got
The
that.
bird, the
Yeah,
bird.
do you guys
that's
know
a
bird?
good story.
Yes,
bird, the
someone came into the compound with a bird, like one
In
of the
a
fans
shoebox.
with like a bird they found in the shoebox, and they knocked on the door.
Alive?
Yeah,
First,
apparently.
okay, I was watching the
Semi.
baseball game, right, and it was playoffs, and I'm like into it. I'm screaming. All of a sudden, I see people walking, and this is in Florida. I see people walking by. And I'm like, "Who's that?" And I go outside. I'm like, "Hello," and nobody. I'm like, "Hello," and they walk. Hi. I'm like, "Hi. Are you looking for somebody?" And because people always come to the compound looking for somebody. Like one night, some guy came by and was like, "Yo, so the Backstreet Boys here?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like
get the
10
most
years ago, they were here."
He did his research.
Right, yeah, anyway, so these girls walk up, I'm like, "Do you need help?" And they're like, "Yeah, is AG here?" And automatically I'm like, "Okay, trigger." And I'm like, and he's like, he's an animal lover, right? They're like, "Is AG here?" I'm like, "No, he's not." And he was up there, I was like, "No, he's not." They walk in, you go, "Oh, we have a present for him." I'm like, "Oh, cool." I'm like, "What is it?" They're like, "It's a bird." A bird? In a shoebox. I'm like,
What?
"Is it dead?" She's like, "Almost, so take it inside before it dies."
What?
I was like,
It's
you
a
like
bird
old
up
and
her
literally,
sleeve.
it was probably
semi-alive
like the
bird.
scariest thing I like ever, and I was like, "You girls have a nice night," and I just left. I
Oh
left.
my gosh, I have goosebumps.
that
That's so
terrible?
weird.
And if any of the girls are watching this that were there that night, thank you for trying to be sweet. But that's
sure.
that kind of just freaked me out.
I
a
was
little bit.
hoping more for a story like a fan baked you guys a cake.
No, we went all the way
or
for you
something
guys on
like
that one.
Oh my gosh. So would any of you ever consider dating a fan?
Yeah.
Definitely. I
mean,
think.
It depends on how it is. Like sometimes
If they bring a bird, maybe not.
If not, if you bring a bird.
If
That's so funny.
Don't bring a bird
they're
on the
cool
first
chick
date.
and they and they're just like they have really cool personality and then yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, what do each of you look for in a girl?
I look for.
The ladies are listening.
Honesty before anything, because especially traveling like we do, and like just being able to trust each other is a big thing for me.
Yeah, I'd definitely say honesty. I think we can all agree with the fact that we want a girl who can be honest with us and someone who really understands what we're doing and isn't gonna be like, oh, you don't have time for me. I'm like, baby, I'm working.
Baby, come on.
Baby, chill.
Chill, baby.
Personality is a big factor too, because I mean we're so full of energy, and I think that, for example, for me, if I start talking to somebody that's like quieter, it gets me quieter. I adapt
Boring,
to them.
yeah.
And that makes it boring.
Exactly.
See how it got boring just talking about boring?
Exactly.
It's like the light
We just got so quiet all of a sudden.
For me, it's probably just a girl that's got like individuality, and it doesn't matter if she's like she could be like just very, very different, but the fact that she just rocks her individuality is cool to me. You know, she doesn't have to be like every other girl, and if she is, but she's rocking that, then cool.
I like it. Yeah, very interesting.
Well, we're definitely going to get filled in on some of your music video info and
A whole lot more.
a lot more. Maybe some dance moves too.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe we'll show you a little.
Get ready. Thanks for lending me these, by the way.
You're welcome.
3D Clever TV
Maybe I
today.
should hold on to those. Oh, maybe I should get these
They look
back.
pretty good on
They
you.
work. They work.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching Clever TV. One call's in the studio. We will keep you posted on everything. One call. See ya.
Goodbye.
Bye.
One call.